Welcome, my swellies! Today we're going to be doing quite a few recipes. The first one is this beautiful Thai coconut curry. My baby's also in the kitchen with me, as is normal, and he was chatting quite a bit today. So I added in coconut milk. I do prefer coconut cream to coconut milk. Either is acceptable in this Thai curry. I like using the pre-made curry mix because all of the beautiful lemongrass, garlic, ginger flavors are already proportioned, ready to go. It just needs to be heated up just a little bit with some canola oil. Here I also added in some leftover meat that I had in the fridge. Go ahead and use whatever protein you're comfortable with. I've done a vegetarian version of this curry as well, and it's very delicious. I wouldn't say it's super spicy. It's probably on the mild spicy scale because I am cooking for my family. My baby doesn't eat spicy food, neither does my husband. I try to cook on the milder side of things. And I only used 1 can of coconut milk. It does create a very creamy outcome, and you don't need 2 cans. Just 1 is enough. A little bit of sugar adds some sweet balance to the dish. And it only needs to cook for as long as your protein needs to cook, about 15 minutes. And I like to finish it off with some green onions and let it wilt just a little bit. You can do bok choy in this curry. I did carrots and a kabocha squash, but you can add cilantro, you can add chives, some white Idaho potatoes would be very delicious in this, with some corn, cabbage. Yeah, there's so many options. And I personally like to eat mine with freshly steamed rice, but you can do maybe a rice noodle or a really nice Chinese egg noodle. But there's this idea in Asian culture where you like something saucy that will cover and gloss the rice, and it's just the perfect marriage of sauce and rice together. And there you go, guys. This beautiful pork and chicken vegetable coconut curry. Look how it glistens. It's really beautiful. For our next dish, I'm going to show you how I grill my pork chops out on my patio. I like to use my little college grill outside during the summer months because I'm trying to reduce the amount of heat up in my house. I don't like to cook inside my house. I don't like to turn on the oven. I just want to allow the heat from cooking escape outdoors. Then I don't have to worry about my AC working overtime inside my house. Plus the food smells too. And this is my old college grill. I've had it for over 20 years. And I try to be careful. I try to maximize the hot plate by putting 2 pork chops in there, but you can do 1 at a time. And I try to catch the drippings in a glass container underneath a little grill. And I use that drippings for biscuits or, frying up a scallion pancake. I just use a little bit of grease. Next, I'm going to show you how I freeze up burger patties so that they're ready anytime I feel like it. I got this ground beef on sale. It was only $1.99 a pound, which is phenomenal. I used my hand to roughly divide it up into 4 large burger patties. And I'm going to be packing this together like it's a giant meatball. And don't worry about the gray spots. It just means that the meat oxidized a little. But as you can tell, I'm creating a little dent in the center. This little tiny thumb dent in the center allows for even cooking. meat tends to plump up in the center, so the outside ends up cooking too quickly and the inside is still raw. By putting the indentation in the center, you're allowing the meat on the inside to cook at the same rate as the outside part of the hamburger patty. So I like to flip my bag a little bit inside out, just the lip of it. So if the meat happens to touch that lip, it's still considered the inside of the bag. So I'm not contaminating the outside of it. And I put my burger patties at a diagonal from each other, then a layer of wax paper, and then I put the remaining hamburger patties into the opposite diagonals so that when they freeze, they're not freezing on top of each other and potentially getting stuck together, but they're freezing opposite each other, separate, so they're freezing individually. And then when they're fully frozen, it's easier to grab the one burger patty that I want instead of having to defrost the entire block of meat. And there you go. And here's just an everyday kind of lunch that I normally have. I enjoy salad and simple chicken. These are Vietnamese cookies. They're crackers. I love that swirl effect. It actually doesn't taste very strong of anything, maybe a little bit of sesame seed, but it's just the crunchy texture that I'm obsessed with. So I happen to have some avocados, tomatoes, and onions in the house, but sometimes I've even used shredded carrots, green onions, anything in my fridge really. But my baby likes to have, I like to feed my baby avocados for those healthy fats for his brain development. And since he can eat one whole avocado sometimes, when he happens to only want half of an avocado, I use the other half for my lunch later that day so that there's less waste. So the avocados are a little bit brown, not because they're bad, but just because they were oxidizing in the fridge from the morning when my baby had his avocado toast. And this is some leftover chicken leg that I had, some pan-fried vegetables. This was a squash that had a batter and fried in a pan. And that's my salad. That's my avocado ranch salad with some grilled chicken, little leftovers, and a tortilla. Bon appetit. And this fun little gadget is my boiled egg gadget. Back in the day, I used to just boil it in a pot like this. I would just let it boil like crazy for a long time, like 15 minutes, because I was okay with having hard-boiled eggs. But I really like this little egg cooker because on the cup there's a soft, medium, and hard boil. And I love cooking these eggs to the soft measurement because I love a soft, yolky egg. I can dip a piece of toast in it. And I like that it has this little thumbtack attached to the bottom half of that cup. And you're supposed to puncture the plumper side of the egg, which has a little air pocket. This egg steamer enters that little punched hole and cooks the egg, and it allows for really easy peel. I hate fussing with a difficult egg. I like having perfectly peeled eggs with no dents or anything. The little blue light comes on to let you know that it's on. And you can see how it looks all steamy inside. So the alert is quite loud, the alert bell. So I jump at every time I hear it. But I think the newer models have a prettier sound, a prettier song. These are really great eggs for deviled eggs, egg salad, or just an egg with a little bit of soy sauce and hot sauce is my favorite too. Thank you, Soilies, for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.